Hello Virgo, and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. Ooh, let's see what's come out for you. This is your mid-month reading for March, so let's see what's coming in. Ooh, action stations. Knight of Acorns, action and drive. Look at that little warthog. It always looks like I'm busy, I'm off, I'm taking action here. This is the Knight of Wands. It's about, yes, absolutely. Positive change can come from this action, which is really fantastic. But yes, definitely with the Knight of Wands, it's time to move forward with something. And it always looks really happy, this little warthog. I mean, the sun is shining. It's got a pretty positive stance. So it's like, yeah, I'm off on the next big adventure. I'm taking action with something. So you could be feeling really motivated with this Knight of Acorns energy as well. So let's see what's shifting and changing for you, Virgo, and see what is coming through. So this actually feels good because it feels like something has been released and can finally move forward. So it's like, okay, for whatever reason, I feel like you've been held back. You know, something's been holding you back, and suddenly it's like, whoop, the gates have opened and you're off and running. And perhaps it's like you haven't been able to start something or do something, or it's doing something new and different. And it feels like this breath of fresh air, you know, like I'm getting some new energy in, and I'm feeling the energy's kind of creating more energy as well. It's this new fresh energy that the more I'm motivated, the more I'm doing things, the more I get motivated. So it actually feels good like that. So let's see what's shifting and changing for you, Virgo. Let's look at the cards that are shifting and changing here. So let's have a look at what that is. Oh, okay. Oh, they're really jumping. There's lots of energy around this. Yeah, Three of Swords, Uranus, Libra. Okay, so definitely feels like there's potentially a change. This is moving on from something that was kind of wounding you or triggering you or just kind of got to a bit of a pointy end. This could actually be a really positive change for a partner coming through as well. So it feels like this is the Three of Swords, which represents the wound. And it's interesting because we have the Knight of Fire, we have Chiron in Aries as well. So it does feel like perhaps there was something there connected to that Chiron that was blocking you, that you've managed to move past that now, and so the energy can move a little bit faster and a little bit freer. And perhaps that was about getting confident or taking action or initiating some things that needed to initiate. But yeah, it feels like, okay, I've moved past that, which is really fantastic. So let's have a look at, and there could be some changes to relationship dynamics coming through around that as well because of this energy. So let's have a look at what's happening for you, Virgo. So speaking of new and exciting things, I'm very excited to let you know that I have my new updated website with lots of new and exciting offerings. And also, yeah, one of them is Learn Tarot with me, an introductory tarot course, live and online. Places are limited. Love it if you check that out. The link is in the description box below. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through for Virgo. And I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a fuller picture, a more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Virgo. Just take what feels right, leave the rest, and really trust your intuition with this. So yeah, it feels like something has been released here. Page of Wands. And it has been a lot about, this is about moving into new territory, getting messages from new people and new things activating. The Page of Wands wants to get confident with stepping into new realms and new places and new connections. So this Page of Wands is very much, it is a message energy, but it's saying, hey, there's a desert there. I haven't been or connected to this place or haven't been in this territory before, but I can see there's growth within that. So it's branching out, crossed by the sun. So yeah, that may be energy levels, the sun. We'll see what comes in. So because I do feel like you've been quite tested and there's been a lot on your plate here. Here you are, the Tower coming in, the Wheel of Fortune, the outcome, the Hanged Man. You've got the Ten of Swords and the Three of Swords. Very nice. Okay. And the Nine of Pentacles. The only reason I'm saying that's very nice is because it's coming next to an ending. The card that represents ending is the Ten of Swords next to the Three of Swords, which represents the wound. So we're definitely seeing that there's something that has been triggering you or hurting you or kind of having some kind of impact that has been a bit pointy in a way, ending, which is really fantastic. It's opening up to these new possibilities, which is what this Page of Wands is. It's like the explorer energy, messages coming in to explore new things, discover new things. And crossed by the Sun card, it's kind of interesting. But what I get with the Sun actually is that, you know, you don't want to go into a desert when it's too hot. You know, it is really hot, the sun shines, but then it gets really cold at night as well. And so it's about making sure there's not too much heat and not too much fire, not too much wands here. It doesn't all have to be action. It's about initiating things and starting new things, but tempering the pace in which things are going. Otherwise, you might end up being overloaded. And ultimately, the Sun, you know, it's such a positive card. It doesn't really block. It's probably the least blocky, that and the Star card. The Sun card is just clarity that comes in. It can be breakthroughs and clarity, and it's like, you know, there's new things to be explored here, new discoveries and new territories and new confidence to be found, but perhaps it doesn't need to feel like maybe it doesn't feel like a breakthrough yet, or it doesn't have to be a breakthrough. It could just be a natural progression of a lot of the work that you've already been putting in. So yeah, and perhaps it's like the Page of Wands wants to go explore the desert. Well, what is that? You know, where does it want to go? It's maybe not super clear just yet. It just knows it wants to do it. So we have in your conscious mind the Two of Cups. You know, there's a lot of relationship and connection energy around this because you're crowned by Uranus and Libra. We have the Two of Cups, which is the card of connection and relationships. So yeah, this Page of Wands is like, let's make new connections. Let's branch out. Let's network. Let's collaborate. Let's do some new things. Let's go exploring new people. And if it's within an already existing relationship, maybe that's what your partner is doing, or maybe it's like, let's explore new territory together. So, and this is just more of a one-on-one relationship, more of an intimate relationship, but it doesn't have to necessarily be a partner. It could be a really good friend, or it could be a neighbor, or it could be just someone in your social group that you're starting to connect to and get to know a little bit more. But it's more on this sort of one-on-one basis that's coming through with that Two of Cups. At the base, we've got the Five of Wands. So I do feel like you're a bit of a firecracker, I have to say, Virgo. This isn't the usual Virgo energy that comes through. So it might feel like the heat is on, absolutely. Too much fire does burn earth, being an earth sign, but it also, the fire germinates the seed in the earth. So it's like trying to find that balance of mix of excitement and stepping out into new things, but not getting, like I said, too overloaded. So this Five of Wands is deep down, there's been a challenge of some sort. Maybe there's been something challenging around a particular person in your life or a relationship in your life. This can also be testing, you know, very much realizing that you want to move beyond a comfort zone and try out some new things, test your skills and abilities and see how that all works. These characters are all fighting with each other, but they're dueling, they're sparring. So it's not a real fight. It's like, let's just practice. Let's see how good we are. Let's practice our craft, and then we get better and better and better. So it's challenging yourself, pitting yourself up against other people, but at the same time, you're learning new skills and you're expanding and growing in some way. So you're challenging yourself. In the recent past, we've got this Five of Wands. So you've got a couple of fives around with the Five of Wands the Five of Swords. So the fives usually do mean some kind of conflict is needed or is around. So the Five of Swords is kind of, there's been conflict in the past, which we're glad to see that go because we're happy to see that the Sword 3 is changing as well. So we can see lots of Uranus here with the Tower card and conflict potentially around a relationship. This might be inner conflict even. So it just feels like, okay, I can finally, there has been maybe some tension or some challenges in some way and challenges to grow and able to kind of work with that energy in a positive way. So in the near future, we've got the Two of Pentacles, and that's what I'm saying is that it's a bit of a balancing act. It is. There's a lot on your plate here. You're activating some new things, looking and discovering these new connections or new territories. And it's like, be careful not to overload yourself with too much. Or it's really important to try and maintain the balance with what's on your plate. Or if it's like, this can be when you're really juggling energies, or you're feeling like, how can I fit all this new stuff into my world? It can be where you've got two things on the go happening. It can be when there's sometimes it can mean there's distance between you and there's a lot of like movement around you and a partner energy. So maybe they're traveling around a lot or moving, or that there's a long distance between you, or that there's a little bit of like, we're ships in the night, we're so busy, do we barely see each other kind of energy that comes in. But ultimately, it's a bit of a juggling act with all these new things the new seeds that are activating here. You're presenting as the Tower card, so this is very dynamic, Virgo. Like I said, this is the lightning bolt, very Uranus energy coming through the crown of the Tower, the crown chakra. So it's like, boom. It's like some kind of revelation or amazing new perception or download that comes in, or just a moment of knowing that comes through. It's like a flash, and it comes in through that crown. So it's like, now I know this, I can't not know it. And now that I know this, I can't go back to the old anymore, because that just doesn't feel right. It's, you're ready to change. This is change, even unpredictable change. So if you've had too much on, this could be a release of pressure as well that comes in with the Tower. But ultimately, the Tower is saying what's no longer resonating, what's no longer fitting, what have you outgrown, because the round crown no longer fits the rectangle building. So it's like, suddenly something just doesn't quite fit or work anymore. And that's because the energy surrounding you is this Wheel of Fortune. There is an expansion happening. There's opportunities for expansion. These could be very fortunate and lucky opportunities as well with this Wheel of Fortune. But this is Jupiter saying there's things expanding in your world. You don't want to be constrained and confined to this little tower here, when there's this whole beautiful expanded Wheel of Fate could be bringing you new connections, new people, new things you could be doing and discovering. You don't want to be stuck in that old energy. You've got to be ready to be open up to this new that's coming in here. So hopes and fears, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, be careful what you wish for with the Queen of Wands. This is an energy of somebody who, it could be a Leo around as well with the Queen of Wands, but we do see the lions and the cat there. But the Queen of Wands is about opportunity. It's about attracting the right opportunities towards you. And you might need to be a bit discerning with that. The Queen of Wands does attract things, but she also has her internal filter on, because what she says to herself is this what I really want? So she's very warm and attractive energy when it comes in. But the discernment is saying, is this what I want, when something's coming towards you, or whether you've got a lot of things on your plate. So we're seeing the new dawn here. We are seeing the new dawn. The Hanged Man. This is like the processing of the energy. A lot of mental processing going on here. That lightning strike possibly could have happened and can happen quite quickly. And it could be like, boom, okay, I need to process this. It could be a moment of inspiration. It could be like, whoa, I'm just suddenly really electrified and excited about something. But the Hanged Man is a bit more of a calmer energy, which is what we want to do. Slow it down a little bit, because it's feeling a bit like, ooh, this pace is fast. So the Hanged Man is a lot slower. Slow things down. Take the time to gain the new perspective that's coming in. Something is awakening. There is something new is dawning on you, quite literally. We're seeing here with the Ten of Swords. The darkness is lifting. The night is going. There's a new day. There's a new dawn. And that requires completion, ending of things, so that you can step into the new. And part of those things it may even be that you need to give it a bit of time for something to end and complete. but it may be also the ending of the thing that was kind of hurting you in the middle, crowning you in the first place. Sorry, Virgo. So that Three of Swords is crowning you there. And we can see there's the storm. There's the storm. It's the three swords that pierce the heart. So it's something that was in your mind, a perception that comes in. And then the Ten of Swords says no more. End of perception. The lightning bolt's gone. Boom. Go away. Don't need to think that, see that, or understand it from that angle anymore, or even believe that. There's something new coming in. New possibilities are dawning. So give it a bit of time. Even though it's action stations and it feels like you're putting the feelers out and connecting to this new energy and exploring these new things and new connections, give it a bit of time for something to really understand what is the opportunity here, what is awakening within you with these new possibilities, with these new expansions, because it's going to make it better. So it's like, even though there is going to be time for action, which is the putting out and making those connections and following up, where all of this goes, give it a bit of time, because this Hanged Man suggests that there's something very Neptunian, something high from spirit that might have a higher purpose that you don't fully understand what that is yet. So yeah, and it may be that, you're coming up with like things you can do and ideas, and it's like, oh, there could be this, maybe this isn't exactly where it's going to be, or what it's going to, the final, vision of what it is. So interesting. So this is, the overall energy is the Nine of Pentacles. It's a very Virgo energy. And I love this because this is a person of means. This is somebody that has tamed the falcon, the wildness, through the process, through working. This is rewards from hard work being paid off and gaining the freedom, or perhaps the means to be free and do things on your own terms, or to even be able to state those terms. However that presents, this is freedom in the material realm. And it may be that your schedule frees up a little bit. That's something that could come through with this as well, because it is your daily life, your daily routines with this Nine of Pentacles. But this character's got more than enough time or money or energy. But there's a sort of freedom that comes from being quite restrained and reserved and having put in the work. So yeah, it's a beautiful energy to come through. So let's pull an affirmation card for you, Virgo, and see what is coming in. Affirmation for Virgo, what do we have? Affirmation card for Virgo. If we can get there. Oh, here we go. They're jumping again. It's like things are jumping out at you, and you might be getting these interesting messages out of the blue, or and you kind of have to have this response of, how do I feel about this? It says, I'm deeply fulfilled by all that I do. Each moment of the day is special to me as I follow my higher instincts. Exactly. You're going to have to do that with all these things jumping at you, and listen to my heart. I am at peace with my world and affairs. Fantastic. And that's what this Nine of Pentacles feels like. They have found this level of comfort and peace within a situation due to a lot of hard work being put in, which is actually really fantastic. Seeing those tangible results is going to be very satisfying. Okay, so let's pull a charm for you, Virgo. Ooh, we have the Love card, the arrow piercing the heart. Again, it's the thing coming towards you, and it's very Mars-like, the arrow coming in, very Page of Wands and Knight of Wands. So it's like, oh, people might be actually making the effort with you, or coming towards you, or making the point of trying to connect to you, which is going to be really interesting. But the arrow through the heart, yeah, this absolutely interesting is a little bit, it's like the opposite of the Three of Swords. They're the three swords through the heart, but this is when love strikes. So it's almost like inspiration, love strikes, or something or someone that you're going to really love working with or connecting with in some way. It's like, boom, out of the blue, in it comes. And it's like, wow, okay, wasn't expecting that. But at the same time, the message is with the Hanged Man, give it some time for this to breathe, for it to for the enlightenment of what the new possibility of this is. So that is your reading, Virgo. Very kind of exciting, I would say. So thank you so much. Please check out my Learn Tarot course and all my other new offerings. The link is in the description box below. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments. And all those things help with the growth of the channel. And take care.